with those stories from the Commie days, and I was talking about this Mavis J, and maybe I wrap this up. I mean, wrap his chapter, if you will. So a complex situation here, complicated character, with a lot to say in his favor, gratitude to express again, clever, attracted to women in a strange way. I mean, I see he's tall, he's different, he's exotic, but it's also true I'm not into men, so quite often I find it hard to understand what they find in this fellow or another. But then I don't find anything in any of them to make me attracted to them, unless it's something standard, Brad Pitt. Or I think he is handsome, but then otherwise I don't know. He told me recently that in fact he had an affair, something with a sister of Claudia Schiff or something. So he really had massive success. I think my sister liked him for some years, and he liked her too. So coming back to the main issue here, was he a friend? I mean, did he really respect me, or had those feelings you feel for a friend in any way, or was it just he was interested to be close to my sister more recently, to find out how she's doing, nostalgia things. So we did have a great time in his flat. He helped us in the communist regime, which was so important. We drove in his car when there were no cars. We had food and wine when there was no food and nothing else. And we had some fun and some stories, weird ones. Like I remember at one point we went together to see a third friend again. If these connections, bonds were friendships. So it was Adrian, who was in Constanza. He was a student in the Naval Academy, studying to become an officer in the commercial Navy. I think it was even the fishing side of it that he was meant for. They had these subdivisions. Anyway, so Marius and I went with his car, or was it by train then? Fact is, at one point we were in the Tomis harbor, and we were in Constanza, near the sea. What do we see? Jaws. We see the specific fin of a shark. So we see a shark, a small one. We didn't see him as much, though we did see him a little bit. So he wasn't a big white. Big white doesn't swim in the Black Sea. Quite a small one, but we walked with it, with the dog, kuchi, and talked among each other. What should we do? I mean, what this is a small, a baby shark or something. We assumed, and how come he is there? And we assumed he is in a bad way, maybe wounded, and somebody has to save it. Something. Besides, did we think about this possibility, or they mentioned it at the aquarium? Maybe he escaped from the aquarium. That was one possibility. We thought about it, or was mentioned from these people, because eventually we did go to the aquarium. Is anyway very near. If it's not just 60 meters from this place we were walking by. So we went to Aquarium di Constanza, aquarium, where they have all kinds of fish, species from the oceans of the water. Do they have from sweet water. Anyway, freshwater fish, perhaps. But so he went and said, look, about uh, there's nothing we can do about it. Oh, the poor thing. If we did have the means, and we don't, it was also a question of budget. We're talking the communist machine. They died. If we would take it, if we were to take it from that water, which we can't, we don't have the personnel, something, we don't have the net, anything. You didn't have anything. The communist days. That's North Korea for you. Think North Korea. We kept hearing over the years, even recently, is that there's another famine and they eat bark and they have to cook, I don't know, grass and things because they're starving. That's what the communist regime does for you. Not for the people at the top, the nomenclatura, acolytes of the sycophants and yes men of the regime. If we were to take it from there and put it in here somewhere, we don't have. I think that it would die because of something in a few days. Because of that's what it happens. Because they don't. That because they didn't have installation, but I don't know what, but that was very depressing, very at that point devastating thing because we spent hours. we became friends, more friends with the animal than between ourselves or something. And I remember this. I don't know the reason why. Maybe you know it. Maybe it has to do with you have to be an ocean scientist or something to know it. And it has to do with the sharks in other situations would feel the same, even in big places, facilities like in America, let's say. Or it has to do, and I forgot the explanation, but I know they said it would die, even if we were to, because of the thing there, the conditions, the communist regime, which had all this power cut-offs and everything was broken, fucked up. Oh, now that I'm talking to you, I think of another. Maybe they just said this. They did say it. That's clear. If they lied just to get rid of us, go away from here. That's another possibility.